Welcome to question 3 from the 2020 TMUA paper 2. The question gives us a claim by a student that for all integers n, the expression 4 times by 9n plus 1 over 2 minus 3n minus 1 over 2 is always divisible by 3, and we are given their argument, which consists of 6 lines of working. What the question asks us to do with this argument is to deduce which of the following is true. Is it A, that the argument is completely correct, or is the argument wrong, and if so, in which line of the argument is the first error made? So let's firstly think about whether or not the argument is correct, and I encourage you to pause the video and have a look through this argument for yourself. But in order to deduce whether or not the argument is correct, we can think about plugging in an integer into this expression. In particular, the simplest integer to plug in will be n equals 0. And if we plug that in, then what do we have? Well, 9 times 0 is 0, and 3 times 0 is 0. So we're just left with 4 times by a half minus a half, which is 4 times 1, which is 4. And that clearly isn't a multiple of 3. So we can see that the argument mustn't be correct, so we can rule out option A straight away. And therefore we now need to deduce where the first error happens in this argument. So please pause the video here and have a go at doing this for yourself, because it's a really vital skill for a mathematician to be able to find errors in arguments. Okay, so let's look at each line individually in order. So this first line, what is the first step in this argument? Well, we've just split this 4 up into being 2 times 2, and we haven't changed anything else, so that's totally valid. There's no error in line 1. Now in line 2, we've multiplied everything in the bracket by 2, so we've done 2 times by 9n plus 1 to give us over 2 to give us 9n plus 1, and we've done 2 times by minus 3n minus 1 over 2, and the student's written down minus 3n minus 1. However, if we look at this expression, can you see a mistake? Well, we have minus this whole fraction here, so we could really put a bracket around this, and this is basically minus 3n plus 1 on the top. So when we multiply through by this 2, we need to have minus 3n and then minus times minus 1 plus 1 here. However, in the argument, we're given a minus 1. So this is an error, and therefore we can see, that since there's no error in line 1 and there is an error in line 2, that the first error occurs in line 2, which is option C. So our answer to this question is going to be option C.